do it.
Step 4, so today we'll do
Alright.
Ooh, this one's pretty.
Bring it over.
Sort of a muddish, reddish brown.
Oh, that's nice. It's very smooth. That looks like one you could have in your pockets is rubbing on.
It would all fit in my pockets.
Oh, sure. That one just looks specifically like a good pocket rock.
Yeah.
If you had pockets in those pants.
It's a sticker. It's a creeper in a hole.
Peeping out. Like, hi.
It's like, look at this hole my friend made. Oh wait, where's my friend?
Or I made it by exploding.
They die when they explode.
Oh, well, maybe you're special.
I'm special. Look at me.
Okay.
I think
Is your Chromebook packed up?
that all creepers really want in a hug.
The one thing they can never have.
Because it wants to come hug you. But then you make it scared because you freak out. And then it blows up. And he's just like, oh my god. We have M&M's, 2 Skittles,
Same thing as yesterday.
gummies, a normal gummy, oh wait no, 2 M&M's, and a Starburst.
Cool. Good morning for Vlogmas day 5. Meg was already gone to school. We're having issues with her homework again and her not doing it, so that's fun for us to figure out. But I thought before I wake up Joshua, I would open my Advent because I'm starting to get some natural light. Sorry. Have some coffee. And Ada's outside right now going potty, so this is a good time. I do need to figure out what to do with the Advents I've already opened because I want to maybe knit them in order. I haven't decided yet. Oh, I should just put them inside of the box for Gabby's Advents. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Problem solved. I have all the boxes from Gabby's prior Advents also that I use for my journaling supplies. So I'm gonna do that really quickly. Things are a little messy right now. Maybe I'll take them out of the box. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna take them out of the box. Because here's all my Advents. And they're starting to like spill out. I found the stains on the floor a few times. They need to be somewhere safe. Good grief. Okay. So day 1, 3, 4. Everyone I'm moving, I'm dumping it out. Shoes. I still have my rain boots on, so I gotta go back out and get Ada. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not gonna work long term. There is a default. I didn't even notice, but I was watching Hannah's podcast, The Corner of Craft, yesterday, and she opened her day 4 and was like, oh, and there's this little D6. And I was like, I didn't get a D6, but I totally did get a D6. Because the color is not showing up, but it's kind of a deep ruby red. with swirls, but we're getting some nice bluish light from the window, so we're gonna not be able to really see it. Anyway, I did get a die in mine. So we're good. Okay, but this will work for week 1, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do later. Don't shut the box yet, Nina. You're gonna just open more. Good grief. Okay. Before I move on, because I want to use these, so my friend Jessica was knitting periodic table squares. I think she put them together as a blanket, but then she knitted me my own set. So she did NI and NA, so for nickel and sodium, the elements, and I love it. I love that it spells my name. So nerdy, and I love it. And they have the element number in the upper right corner. They're just so great. So anyway, yeah, I have some fun washcloths from her, so thank you, Jessica. They're so cute. Okay. So now, day 5 from the Corner of Craft, or Chromatic Yarns. I was silly and did not open up the colorway names again. So she included a nice list. So this one is Robe of the Archmagi. Oh, it's so pretty. It's like peachy pinks with white and some chocolatey speckles. It almost looks like a muted candy cane. It's really pretty. And this is why I will not name colorways, because mine would be like muted candy cane. So, okay. And then from Sam, Lavender Loon. It is not wanting to open. Okay. And this one is called Mooncatcher. Very nice. It's so interesting to me to see like the different ways that dyers dye. You can tell like really distinctly whose is whose, and that's so cool to me. Okay, then my excuse me, thing from Jessica. Day 5 is right here. Okay, and this one is Leo and Roxy. I love that, like, I haven't tried any of the yarns really that she sent me. I've tried Cozy Knitter, but that's it. And this one is Carnival. And it's really nice, like bright rainbow colors. Also, if anybody knows of a dyer that does a rainbow skein without yellow, Joshua asked me to buy him some yarn, which he learned how to knit, and as I've shown on Instagram and stuff, he has been like knitting pretty much nonstop since he started, which is awesome. But he really, really wants a skein of mostly rainbow yarn, but without yellow. And I don't have anything like that. I know I've got a bleachy worsted somewhere that is a rainbow. It's like a muted rainbow. I think it's Cloudy with a Chance of Rainbows, but I can't find it right now. I'm sure it's just put away somewhere. I sort of reorganized stuff about a month ago, and I didn't use the best system, so clearly it was not good. Oh, I wonder why this one has a white sticker on it. I don't know. Maybe they subbed in a different tea last minute. So this one has a strawberry rhubarb parfait. So that sounds like very much up Joshua's alley. So we'll maybe offer him a cup of tea this morning, because he was having a lot of trouble with his throat last night because of his tics, and that he was really struggling with them yesterday. So anyway, oh, I wanted to look up Headache Halo because he asked me for it and I didn't know what was in it. Oh my god. It has lavender in it. Thank God I didn't drink that tea. Jesus. Okay. I might throw it away because I don't know if my children share my allergy, and the last thing I want to do is have them ingest it and go to the emergency room. Yeah, that's not good. All right, that means I've got to check all the rest of the teas and make sure that nothing else has lavender in it. Crap-a-doodles. Okay. It shows up in the weirdest places. Like, who the hell needs to have lavender in their tea? It does. It would be like soapy. Floral things are not so great in tea. Alright, maybe just my opinion. I remember this from last year that piece kept coming out. What I should do is take out the drawers and like glue it here so that it doesn't come out anymore. Alright, anyway, this is maybe not quite big enough for a square. I don't know if that's going to be big enough. This looks like maybe one of my leftovers though, because usually Jessica sends a bigger amount than that. But it's like caramel brown and white and dark brown, so I think I could probably use my caramel mocha swirlacino leftovers in this square as well. That'll be fun. All right. That was just the advent of my own making. All right. So Headache Halo is going to have to go away. I'm going to throw it out. It's a bummer, but that's okay. We need a tin. And strawberry rhubarb is fine. And sweet potato pie is fine. Okay. So we are good to go. Hey guys, so I am going to make some squash bread later today. I had, I don't know, 5 honey nut squashes, and one of them was rotten this morning. So I realized I needed to probably cook all of them because I don't want to lose any others. They're not very big and they don't have a ton of squash to them. But they're really sweet, so they make really nice squash bread. So anyway, I put all of those in the oven to roast, and then I'm just gonna scoop them out, and then whatever I don't make into bread today, I can just freeze the cooked squash, and then we can throw it into bread another time. Anyway, yeah, so now I'm going to do some more work, and when that stuff is ready, I'll take it out and cool it, and then I'll make the squash bread this evening probably, or maybe just after work. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Or maybe I'll do it at lunchtime. It depends on how things go. For work, but I wanted to get the roasting process started just so I don't forget and they don't all rot on my counter. So, yep, I still have very, very wet hair and I'm cold, so I'm gonna take it down and put squash in it. Probably comb it and See if it'll dry a little faster if it's down, because I just threw it up into like a messy bun. So, yep. It is evening walk time now. It's like 3:30, but I've been sitting a lot more today working, so I wanted to go a little bit earlier just to get up and stretch my legs. It's a lot. Plus Ada was really wanting to go out. I think she also was feeling a little stir crazy. Woo! It is cold outside, so it's like hitting my throat. Here's around. So Josh cut down this tree. It had been sitting over there and like progressively losing limbs every time that there was some kind of storm. Because you can see like it's got lichen and like mushrooms and stuff, fungus, I'm sorry, all over it, and it was like really punky wood. Like, look at that, just like crumbling with my boot. So the top part, it was really punky wood, so that had been losing limbs across the driveway for a bit, but towards the middle it was still very decent wood. Like, this is good hardwood. So what we're gonna do is this will go in our compost after the leaves kind of die down, and we can also use it like in our squash patch and raised beds. We filled the 2 raised beds that we started this year with a lot of wood from our old wood pile that was there when we moved into the house. So there was like a wood pile that had been covered with a tarp, which is actually kind of a bad choice to do because then it doesn't get any air and it just gets all wet and insecty. At least not if you're gonna leave it for years, which is what the former owners did. So that wood was all rotted and stuff, but that is a great environment for, you know, breaking down into soil. So we used it to fill up the bottom of our birdies raised beds. But so these guys, which are quite tall, they don't look tall, but this is like my waist height, basically. So they're really tall. You can see them in comparison to my leg. Yeah, I would say they're about 3 feet tall. So up to like here we filled all with like rotting logs. And then we put in sphagnum moss, I think. And then like a mix of a bunch of, excuse me, manures and topsoil. So like bat guano, some crab and shell mixture, vermiculite, and like soil. Sorry, to get a good garden mix. Ada's sniffing the compost. Stop it. So yeah. So if we get more of them, which we're really debating about, we kind of want to get chickens next year too. But basically, as soon as we get chickens, and Joshua wants a bunny. He's wanted one for several years now. I used to have bunnies when I was younger. I had 2 Rex rabbits named Blossom and Clover. So I'm thinking about getting him like a lion head Angora rabbit. They're kind of smaller in the Angora rabbit world and a little more tame than like French or English Angoras. Tend to be a little bit more aggressive. Good grief, Ada, what are you doing? So yeah. Oh, goodness. So we'll see. But once we do that, we basically can't go on vacation anymore because getting a pet sitter for like weird animals is going to be way harder. Like, oh, can you come watch my chickens and bunny? And dog? So yeah, I don't know if that's even a thing. Which is fine. We don't really go anywhere to speak of. And if we just did an overnight, that would probably be okay. Like Ada, we can board her, but I don't think we can board bunnies. Definitely can't board chickens. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But since we are mostly homebodies, I feel like it's also fine to just get some chickens. Oh God. He's trying to bite that wood. Yeah, there's far too much mycelium. Really? Ew. God. A mouthful of sawdust. That's a big hole. Don't go in the sinkhole. Don't go in the sinkhole. This never happens anymore. She doesn't play with sticks. This is a rare thing. You're so weird. That's the stick you want? Okay. Why don't you pick a real stick? Like this. This is a good stick. No? Alright, she's done. My phone battery is getting low now, so I'm probably going to have to sign off and charge it for a little while inside. But, yeah, we're having pasta al burro for dinner, which is like what we call white sauce pasta. We usually do it with peas, but we just use Parmesan and, yeah, Josh uses the starch from the water to make the sauce. So that'll be nice. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. And then I have a little more work to finish up for this evening before I'm done. But Megan has jujitsu and stuff, and she's trying to catch up on a bunch of Spanish homework because the Spanish teacher started posting things in a weird spot, and Megan didn't know where it was, and so she hasn't done any of her homework for weeks. So she got stuff to catch up on there, but I think the teacher's going to give her full points for it because she didn't post it where she was supposed to. We'll see. So yeah, at least this evening has been a little bit more chill than the weekend. The weekend was stressful. And I'm ready to just have some normal time again. I'm about halfway through the foot on Joshua's sock. So maybe I can finish that up this evening and cast on the second one, because I really would like to get those done so he can unwrap them for Christmas. And if I have time, I'll try to get a second pair done too, because he loves socks and he's just been wearing the last pair I made for him like nonstop. And he's grown out a lot of his other ones. So I think he only has 3 pair right now that fit him. So he's just wearing them constantly. So, all right, I'm gonna go before my phone dies.